guys, what's up? Welcome back. So I know it's been a while since I filmed a video, and if you guys are following me on Twitter or if you saw the little community post that I uploaded, I have been having some issues with my wisdom tooth. So my jaw has been pretty swollen. It's finally went down a little bit more now, but I feel like it's so much better for me to actually sit here and film some videos. So I'm super excited for today's video because we are going to be doing my April favorites. And I have a few products that I kind of wanted to touch base with you guys on because some of these products I've actually featured in some recent videos, and I told you guys that I would follow up on them, let you guys know my thoughts after I get done, you know, using them a little bit more, so that way I can actually tell you guys about the products. But whew, girl, I have cut some bangs in Diana and I don't know how I feel about them. But anyway, if you guys are interested in seeing all of my favorites for the month of April, then let's go ahead and jump right in. So I want to say it was my recent Vanity Chat Sunday where I shared this brand called Fourth Ray Beauty. I think it was because I was showing you guys all of my everyday products that I was going to be using this month. And this is one of the products that I wanted to try out for the month because I've never tried out this brand and I was really intrigued. So I have the cleansing oil and I also have the Good Mood Gel Moisturizer. So I have been using both of these and just trying them out just to, you know, kind of get a good feel of them. The cleansing oil I really do like. It's almost similar to, well, I feel like a lot of cleansing oils are kind of similar in a way. But I like this one because it gets everything off just as fast as my Palmer's Cocoa Butter Cleansing Oil. So a little bit of this is going to go a very long way, just like the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Cleansing Oil. So I do enjoy this, and I haven't really used much of it, but the few times that I have used it, I do like it. So this is one of the products that I definitely do like so far. And then this one is the Gel Moisturizer. This is the Good Mood Gel Moisturizer by Fourth Ray. Only thing I don't like about this moisturizer is the smell. It kind of smells, it smells like cucumbers, but it also smells kind of plasticky, if that makes sense. And I don't know if some of you had tried this, have tried this moisturizer out yet, but I feel like the smell kind of lingers and it's just not a good smell to me. Let me know if you tried out this moisturizer before. But as far as the actual product itself, like how it feels on the skin, I do like. I like how it's super duper lightweight. It is a gel moisturizer, so this is perfect for wearing under your makeup, especially around this time of the year, because you guys know, well, here in Georgia it is getting pretty warm outside, and I like to wear gel moisturizers around this time of the year more than I do creamier moisturizers, if that makes sense. But so far I'm liking the brand. They do have more products by this brand, but these are the ones that I really wanted to try out because I love cleansing oils and I'm so open to trying different ones. And you guys know I love moisturizers, so I was definitely open to trying this one out for myself as well. So far so good. Just the smell of the moisturizer I'm not liking. And speaking of cleansing oils, I did haul the Elemis Rose Cleansing Balm in my Ulta haul, and I told you guys that I was going to follow up and let you guys know my thoughts on this cleanser. So I have been using this like crazy. A little bit of this is going to go a long way as well. So I'll go in with this with a dry hand. Like, I don't put any water on my face, I don't dampen my face or anything like that. So I'll just put this on straight on my face before I take off my makeup, and I just massage it all over, and then once I do that, I'll rinse it off. So just like the one by Fourth Ray, this one does a really good job with just melting all the makeup, all the dirt, before I go in with cleansing my skin. Another product I've been loving this month is this Milani primer. This is called the Prime Protect SPF Face Primer, and I like this specifically because it is kind of like a moisturizer, but you know how some SPFs, they look really white and ashy on the face, but this looks really like it soaks into the skin and it looks clear on my face. So it goes on kind of like a moisturizer. This is what I apply on top of my moisturizer. So I'll go in with moisturizer first, and then I'll go in with a primer or an SPF, but this is kind of like a 2-in-1. You have the primer and you also have the SPF. And it's really important to apply SPF pretty much every day, especially if you are going to be outside. So this is Really, really good. It's super affordable. I got this from Target. I can't remember how much it was, but a really nice SPF and primer to use under your makeup. So I've definitely been enjoying that. I have recently been getting into wearing a really, really light layer of foundation. And that's because it is pretty warm outside. I don't want to have a lot of makeup on my face. So if I'm not wearing a foundation, I have been wearing this CC cream, and this is by Causemetics, and it's called their Buildable Blur CC cream, and I'm in the shade Rich. This has been my go-to the past couple of weeks. I know I had my other foundations in my makeup stash, which in my everyday makeup stash, which I showed you guys, but I pulled this one out of my drawer because I've been wanting to wear something kind of like a moisturizer, but a little bit with a, you know, kind of like a tinted moisturizer, which I don't really have any tinted moisturizers in my collection. So I finally pulled this out of my drawer. They sent over all of their shades, but I have yet to try this out, and I was like, let me just try it out. Let me see if this is gonna be my go-to summer, you know, foundation slash tinted moisturizer, and I have been obsessed. It's super light. It gives me coverage, but it's not like extra coverage like a foundation, if that makes sense. So it's moisturizing, it's lightweight, and it's also gonna give me that light coverage that I want. And now that my skin has cleared up a lot, I don't really have to have something that's gonna really give me extra coverage. So this has been like, this has been it, you girl. And I also want to follow up with you guys on the Col-lab translucent setting powder. This is one that one of my subscribers recommended to me, and I wanted to give it a little bit more, like try it a little bit more, because in the video where I shared this, it was my full face of drugstore makeup, I believe, but I wasn't so sure about it because it wasn't as, what's the word? Pretty much, this is not gonna be one of those setting powders that's going to mattify your skin. So if you're into those setting powders that's going to really matte the skin and just keep it nice and matte all day, this is not what you want, because this is, I would recommend this for people who have dry under eyes. So if you have dry under eyes, this is perfect. It's not a matte powder. It's very finely milled. It does set the concealer really nice, but it's not mattifying. And I know there are a lot of you who do have dry under eyes, and also there are a lot of you who prefer to have mattifying setting powders, but in my opinion, this is not one of those setting powders that's just going to give you a nice soft matte finish. And I think you guys saw that in the video where I shared this. It didn't really give me that matte finish like I like. I like using setting powders that's matte, and this one is not it, but highly recommend this for people who have dry under eyes. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she did tell me that she did have dry under eyes, which is why she loves it. So this is definitely one that I would recommend to you guys if you do struggle with dry under eyes, or even if you have dry skin. If you want to use this not only to set under your eyes or you know, anywhere else that you apply concealer, if you want to use this all over the face, if you have dry skin, then I would definitely recommend this. This one is translucent. She was telling me that they had other shades, but when I went in the store, this is actually the only one that I saw. They had all the translucent powders. Now, I did pick this up from Sally Beauty's. It's a really nice powder. It's just one of those that I personally don't love because I prefer to use a matte setting powders like the Too Faced Peach Perfect, the Pretty Vulgar translucent setting powder, my Chanel Natural Finish Loose setting powder, and also the Marc Jacobs coconut setting powder, which are my 4 favorites. But this one is good, but definitely not, you know, right up my alley. But I wanted to definitely share that with you guys in today's video because I did use it, and I did tell you guys that I was going to use it some more, just to kind of get a good feel of it, and also let you guys know my final thoughts on it. And those were my final thoughts. So I don't know if this one made it into my favorites for last month, but I wanted to mention it again because I've really been enjoying this palette. This one is the Sigma The Dream palette in collaboration with Beauty Bird. So this one has a mixture. So you have warm tones, colorful shades, a couple of cool tones in here, but more so a warm tone and colorful palette. So it has a highlighter on each side, which I don't really use it as my highlighter. I usually use these for the eyes, but let me just tell you, the mattes in this palette is bomb. Like, they blend out really nicely. This is actually what I have on my eyes today. I just went in with this shade right here and just blended it all over the eyes and that's it. But I do like how these shadows perform. Super pigmented, that they blend really, really nicely. And I also love the metallics in here. I like them because you don't necessarily have to wet your brush with like a setting spray just to kind of get it to show up really good on the eyes. So that is one thing that I do like about the metallics. Altogether, this is a really nice palette. I don't know if it's still available. I think this is one of those limited edition ones, but I wanted to share it with you guys because this is one that I've been loving for the month, and it's just a really nice palette. So if it is out of stock and it does come back in stock, I would highly recommend picking it up. I do have a code with Sigma if you guys ever want to purchase anything off the Sigma website. The code is Andrea. All you have to do is just type in ANDREA at checkout, and you'll get a certain percentage off. I forgot what the percentage was, but anytime you want to get anything off Sigma, just use the code Andrea, and I'll have it on the screen so that way you guys can kind of save some coins. And also the new It's My Ray Ray palette. Now I know I just featured this on my channel about a week ago, I think, but ever since then, I've been using it, and I do like the shades, like how they blend. You know, sometimes you'll come across a colorful palette, and sometimes the colors in the palettes, they don't blend as good as you want them to, but these blend really good. I like how they're pigmented, even though the yellow, this one right here, I did share a look using this palette in one of my recent videos. I did go in with this a couple of times just to kind of get the yellow to show up even more on the eyes, but even so, with just one layer, it does show up. Like, you know, sometimes some shades, they don't even show up, but I like this palette, and I think it's definitely worth it. It's super affordable, and I think she did an amazing job with the shades. You have mattes. Like, if you're looking at it now, you're probably like, all of these shades look the same, but you have different finishes in this palette. So you have all mattes on this side, you have all metallics right here in the middle, and then 2 metallics right here, and then these 3 shades are mattes. So you have similar colors but different finishes. So definitely been loving that. And also the Morphe bronzer. Girl, I love this bronzer. If I had to pick, I've actually had a lot of you ask me this, but if I had to choose between this one and the Fenty bronzer, which I do have it right here because I've been loving this one too, but if I had to choose between the two, honestly and truly, I would choose Morphe because it's a little bit cheaper and it's bigger. So you're getting more product for less money. This one has, let me see how many, 0.70 ounces, and the Fenty Beauty bronzer has 0.22 ounces of products. And also, I think if Fenty Beauty came out with a bronzer in between Coco Naughty and Mocha Mami, this would be it. Like, this is perfection, and you guys saw me use this in a recent video. I'll swatch it so you guys can kind of see it a little bit more. But this bronzer is perfection. It's warm, but it's not too warm, if that makes sense. And then this one by Coco Naughty, which is another one that I've been using this month and loving, which I've already done a review on this and also some swatches, but I'll show you guys what this one looks like side by side to the one by Morphe. So it's definitely a little bit lighter. You can barely see the swatches right here, but here they are right here. So definitely a little bit lighter. And I went ahead and pulled out Mocha Mami so that way you guys can see all 3 of these, and just so that you can see what I'm talking about. Like, if Fenty came out with a bronzer in between Mocha Mami and Coco Naughty, it would definitely be the one by Morphe. So Mocha Mami at the bottom, Coco Naughty in the middle, and then we have Morphe at the top. So yeah, even though the Fenty bronzers are really good, it's just, if I had to choose between Morphe and Fenty, I would definitely choose Morphe. You're getting more for your buck. You're spending less, and the bronzer shade, like, it is perfection. It's perfect. But yes, definitely been loving these. I've been using all 3 of these this month. More so Coco Naughty than Mocha Mami, because Mocha Mami is a little bit darker, even though it still looks really pretty on my skin. I just feel like Mocha Mami is going to be the perfect bronzer for me once my skin gets a little darker during the summertime. But Coco Naughty has been my go-to, as well as this one by Morphe. And yeah, I've also been really liking this blush by Loreal. This is the Paradise Enchanted blush in the shade Charming. So this one is the darkest shade, and I like how it gives me that perfect amount of pink / peach on the cheeks. Now, I did use this one in one of my recent videos where I did a full face of drugstore, so you can see how this looks on my skin in that video if you guys want to check it out. But definitely been enjoying this color. It's just a perfect peachy color, especially for the spring and summertime, and I just like it that it actually shows up on my skin. At first I was like, okay, this ain't even gonna show up, but it does show up, and I do enjoy this blush. And last but not least, let's talk about some lip products. So I want to talk about this MAC lip gloss in the shade Dangerous Curves. This is what I have on my lips right now, but I did pair it with the Colourpop lip liner in the shade Obvi. So this was kind of like a mauve color. It's really, really pretty, like a pretty rose mauve shade. Definitely perfect for everyday wear right there. And I also kind of sort of mixed in the MAC lip liner in the shade Cork. So this one, I honestly did not know Cork would work for my skin. Cork is a really pretty soft brown, but it's not like a gray brown. It's kind of warm, but it's not too warm, if that makes sense. So there is Cork right there. So I kind of mixed in Cork with the Colourpop pencil, and then I went on top of that with the Lipglass by MAC. So I've been wearing this gloss by MAC by itself, and I've also been pairing it with some lip liners. So I definitely don't have to pair it with a liner, but it is the most beautiful brown gloss that I have in my collection. And I think I've actually talked about this in a recent video. But this one is one that I hauled in my Ulta haul. So I hauled the MAC gloss as well as the MAC lip liner. But this gloss, girl, if you are looking for a really true brown gloss, like not mauve brown, not gray brown, like the true soft brown gloss, this is it. It is gorgeous. You don't have to pair it with anything, but I still like to pair it because sometimes I want to be a little bit more extra with my lips. But yeah, that is all that I have for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If there was anything that I shared in my favorites video that you guys have been loving, let me know. Also, if there's any products that you guys have been loving that you think I have not tried out, or anything that you think I would like, let me know as well. So let's go ahead and chit chat down below in the comments. I am doing a giveaway on my channel for this whole year. So every single month I'm giving away one box to one person. I'll go ahead and leave a clip of this month's box. So since we're still in the month of April, this is the same box that I was showing for this whole month. So every single month is going to be a different box. But yeah, it's super easy to enter the giveaway. All you have to do is make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you thumbs up the video, as well as leave a comment down below in the comment section. And I don't want the comments to be anything about the giveaway. Let's just talk about the products that you guys have been loving. Let's talk about the products that I shared in today's video, if you like them, if you don't like them. But yeah, I think that is all that I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you thumbs it up. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.